Hi everyone, it's Az here from Heel vs Babyface. A little later than usual, but stuff and things has been going on as we now look at the ratings for Batwoman Season 3, Episode 6, the penultimate episode. Before we go on the mid-season break, you have no idea how happy that makes me feel. But things were not so good in the last episode, as the Batard group were as stupid as ever. This group of absolute morons let people do very elementary things to get away with stuff, murder stuff, yada, 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 yada. Needless to say that the ratings didn't improve particularly on the previous week, as it brought in the fourth lowest in history. And again, with this 0.08 demo, as 18 to 49-year-olds are just switching off this show. Its audience most likely predominantly over 50, and whacking it off to the ladies in the show. You can see season 2, if we have a little gander, only two episodes fell below 400,000, and then the closest to that mark was 0.413. Yeah. So fourth lowest rating in history. This is great. Second lowest, followed by fourth lowest in the show's short and non-illustrious career. But if you don't know what's going on in the storyline, Mary Hamilton has been pricked. Not literally, because they don't like heterosexual relationships in this show, although she did come out as straight in this episode and then was immediately the villain. So make of that as you will, of course. But she was pricked in the Gotham Central Park, where everyone was watching, by a thorn that apparently came from poison ivy, which is now turning her into poison ivy. How does that work? Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Just think black, lesbians, and tards. Because that's pretty much what this show is all about. It doesn't make a lick of sense. There's barely any continuity at all. The writers forget on an episodic basis what certain characters are doing, have implanted in them, don't have implanted in them, normally a cock, and any of that sort of stuff. But let me just take you to the Twitters. And here we have Nicole Kang, who plays Mary Hamilton in the show. And she says on his Twitter, Poison Ivy, she's here. And she's the first of her kind. No, you're not the first of your kind. Poison Ivy, no. Poison Ivy, established character. You not first of kind. I don't have words to describe what this image says, and this moment for me to be next behind the Uma Thurman has been intimidating, to say the least, but freeing to say today. That's great, Nicole. You know, congrats. Gotta say, your outfit looks very CW. Yeah, it does indeed. Yeah, might spank to that later. However, you're not. And this is one thing just baffles me about people who, and this goes across multiple TV shows. We recently had one of the actors in the live-action Cowboy Bebop say that the live-action version fixes some of the mistakes of the anime. And just that sort of arrogance is crazy. But just a smidgen. Just a soupçon of research, Nicole, you're not the second Poison Ivy behind Uma Thurman. Now, I'm not playing silly beggars, folks, because I'm not going to say, well, the first Poison Ivy was actually in the cartoon Batman the Animated Series. No, I'm going to take that off the table, okay? Let's say we're talking live action only. So we have Uma Thurman, of course, in Batman and Robin, that wonderful film. By wonderful, I mean destroyed the Batman cinematic franchise at that time. And Batman Begins nearly never got made because of that. But don't worry. But we also had this little show called Gotham. Which was not for me, personally. And somebody who reads the comics, Gotham is massively infuriating. I know that some people liked it. To me, no. When you read the comics, when you have that sort of lore, and then they sort of just jumpstart all the villains ahead of Batman, it drives you fucking crazy. But there were actually 3 different actresses that played Poison Ivy in that show, okay? Now, 2 of them played her when she was just Pamela. They called her Pamela something else in this, but Pamela, let's just say for continuity's sake, Pamela Isley. But the final actress who played her did actually get to go into the Poison Ivy costume. Oh, my God. Oh, that's a woman. That is a woman. Woof, woof, woof. So she did actually get to go into the Poison Ivy costume, and she's Pamela Isley. She's not Mary Hamilton. She's not a surrogate Poison Ivy, because there's actually a Poison Ivy that's been cast to appear in, you'll never guess, Batwoman, who's going to be the proper Poison Ivy, who's going to be Pamela Isley. This version, this is a Mary Hamilton who's been taken over by Poison Ivy's consciousness because she got a prick in her. Yeah, that's the way that I'm going to phrase it. Hashtag deal with it. So you're not even playing Poison Ivy. You're playing a shoot. Did you get it? You're playing a cutting. Of the character itself. So not only are you not second to Uma Thurman, you're fifth. You're fifth to Uma Thurman, okay? And you're not even playing Poison Ivy. So technically, you're not even Poison Ivy. But hey, look, she gets to prance around with a bit of red hair, green contact lenses, showing off a nice bit of thigh, nice bit of midriff, a little bit of what she's got for cleavage. God bless her. And I'll tell you right now, folks, I'll make a bet with you. I'll make a deal with you right now. We are not going to see these these Venus flytrap plants at all. And if we do, it's going to be some of the ropiest special effects in history, bearing in mind that this show is cheaper than she would look if she stood on a street corner on Boulevard de selling your body in America. That's the place in America, trust me. So yes, we have 1 episode left to go now before the mid-season break. I don't know if it's going to get a ratings pop at all. Right, okay. All right. It might get a smidgen, okay? It's not going to get like 100,000 extra. No. Maybe, just maybe, this will get something like 20 to 30,000 extra. And I think I might be being really generous here. It might get nothing. But it's so difficult once your show gets into this look. Because look, 4.17, that's the 5th lowest. 0.409, that's the 4th lowest. 0.372, that's the 2nd lowest. So this season alone, within 6 episodes, has produced the 2nd, 4th, and 5th lowest ratings of all time. It's very difficult to get out of that rut. Really difficult. So there we go. The ratings are still in the toilet. They can't seemingly get out. I can fully understand because the show is trash. The characters who play, well, the actors in the show don't even know the history of the characters that they're meant to be playing, or in this case, not even playing them. But it's just atypical of today's day and age, I guess. Hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media and YouTube for live streaming. Links are in the description box down below, and I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care. Bye for now.